Number 1. Ambitious. The young fighter. Who's next? Winners League. I'll never get sick of that. Righto! Ranchin here, bringing you guys another StarCraft commentary. OGN vs Sparkyz against Woongjin Stars of the Winners League continues. GuemChi now has 2 kills under his belt. Will he go for the fabled all-kill? Will he manage to complete his journey? Will his destiny be fulfilled? Harang 2 is the one who now stands in his way. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Rank 2, however, is a very interesting player for him to play against. Ooh boy. I must say. Right, so, positions first. We're going to have GuemChi in white at the 3 o'clock. At the 7 o'clock or the 6 o'clock, depends on who's showing it. They pick different time. In teal is going to be Harang 2. Now, quick background on Harang 2, why he's so special. At the playing of this match, the guy is 3-0 overall. He has 1 win against each race. He's 100% win ratio. Now, regularly for a rookie, that would be like, whatever, he beats some other rookies. But no! He beats Flash, GuemChi, and Pusan. Flash is an insane player. Beating him is insane, especially in your first televised match. GuemChi is not Flash, but he's pretty damn good, as well as he beat Flash in the last OSL, if you remember. And Pusan is a pretty solid player in his own right. He's not, I don't think he's S-class, but he's pretty solid in his own right. A rather very good player, especially in the Pro League. He's had pretty good performances in the Pro League. So, we're going to see if he managed to keep his 100% record going, or whether GuemChi is going to get one step closer toward that fabled all-kill. Let's see what happens there. Sip of water, because my game commentating throat is dying after that first game where Yarnak and GuemChi played. Righto, on to the game. Medusa is the map. Protoss lovers, PvPs are very good on it. It's a very interesting map. Both players have not scouted so far. Harang 2 is scouted wrong, she's going to spot him last. Meanwhile, it has been spotted very early by GuemChi. Meanwhile, something funny going on there. Probe running into the back and probably not quite getting it there. Commentators laughing a lot. No, what's going on? Gas coming up for Harang 2. We're going to see what kind of performance he puts up. Beating Pusan, I mean, of the 3 players that he beat, Pusan is the worst player, but he's not a bad player at all. So, past what would be called his prime, I believe. Oh, man. Trying to get a Manor Pylon off, but not going to happen there. Cybernetics Core and Gas already up. Cybernetics Core, meanwhile, coming up for GuemChi. Rank 2, just getting his gas up and just getting his Cybernetics Core up now. A little bit late. I think maybe because he built a Zealot. I think that's it. I don't believe... No, okay, there is a Zealot also out for GuemChi, so actually Rank 2 just has slightly worse timing there. So he's going to have his Dragoons just a little bit later. That probe, no pylon moving out. There is a pylon, meanwhile, going down on the backside. There's a minor pylon going down, meanwhile, from Harang 2. Pretty decent location. I think did manage to catch, I think, a probe, maybe 2. No, I think just 1 probe got caught there. Never mind, 1 probe. That is going to make some other probes run around, though. It's pretty good. Cybernetics Core now out for GuemChi. He's now going to have his Dragoons out pretty soon. I'm wondering if that's going to heavily affect. Obviously, here, Harang 2 is trying to delay as much as he can. Meanwhile, moving in with a probe and a Zealot, going to see if he can get some kills. Oh, there are, however, 2 Zealots there, which should be able to prevent this. No kills probably going to go off. Oh, no, he's just not being allowed to attack there. Trying to do some damage because I think he pretty much realized that his timing was off. So pretty good there. Oh, man, no probe's going to go off. No probe's going to die. Nope, Zealot gets cleaned up. The probe does manage to survive, though, to live another day and to scout another scout. There's a Dragoon meanwhile out, so that's going to clean it up eventually. Just Dragoons now coming up as well for Harang 2. So even though the timing is a bit weird, I think with the amount of distance travel, it shouldn't have too much of an effect. Meanwhile, 2 gateways up for Harang 2, so he's going to have a few more Dragoons out going. We're going to see meanwhile what happens there. Scouting probe now finally going to get caught by that Dragoon. Bam, goes down. Zealots blocking the choke for GuemChi. A third gateway. Wow, that's interesting. Maybe he's going to try to go for a 3 gateway push, Dragoon push. We're going to see how effective that's going to be. He's not going to go for any sort of Reavers, at least not at this point. Meanwhile, we're going to see what... Okay, no, robotics facility. No 3 gate from GuemChi. He's going to just get down that robotics facility. If he manages to get his Reavers up, and depending on how Harang 2 reacts to that, how he manages to micro and take out shuttles, could be the deciding factor. A pylon being put down there. Oh, trying to do the pylon check, try to get that probe inside of the base to get a scout off. That's just not being allowed with the Dragoon there, and just didn't manage to get it down in time. Dragoons being still pumped from Harang 2. No robotics facility inside Dragoons. However, he's going to be able to get a slightly larger Dragoon force in time. Pylons, meanwhile, being put down everywhere. Robotics facility almost ready for GuemChi. H2O. H2O. 5 Dragoons, meanwhile, against 3 Dragoons and 2 Zealots of GuemChi, so there's definitely going to be a large amount of these forces. And a probe, meanwhile, also out there for GuemChi. We're going to see what happens. These Dragoons are going to move in. There are now in the main. There are, however, I think GuemChi is in a pretty good position to defend this so far. Rank really has to reinforce a little bit more. There are 5 Dragoons that are just going to take a couple of shots. Meanwhile, a scouting probe, not going to get inside, no. But he's going to spot those Dragoons moving in. We're going to see what Harang 2 manages to do with those. I think GuemChi is just going to block off. He is putting his robotics... Although he did put his observatory up earlier and robotics support, he's just going to wait for that and then get his Reaver try to defend this. Oh, no way. This is not going to work here from Harang 2. He's now reinforcing with more Dragoons. The robotics support way is almost up, though. There's a shuttle there as well. And a probe being put at the choke. Try to help block a little bit. Those Dragoons now moving in. Harang 2 trying to move in. He's just shooting at those Zealots. The Zealots just acting there as Zealot shields. Probes being moved in as well. Try to block. Okay. A couple of them goes down. Now that pylon's just going to block those Dragoons. They're going to take shots at the pylon. I think the Reaver's just being waited for. The pylon is going to go down. Meanwhile, there's still probes there also to help out, to block for those Dragoons of GuemChi. Harang 2 is, meanwhile, is just reinforcing. He probably has all his gateways rallied at the natural. There are lots of probes there. Now again, Harang 2 now moving in. Probes, meanwhile, also moving to engage them. And, oh man, I think far too many Dragoons. A bunch of them being damaged. Pretty good surrounds by those probes there. And, wow, okay, at this point, he's lost far too many Dragoons. And the Reaver is out. If he just backsides them, does a good job, he should be able to take them out. No robotic support to be seen. Oh, now I think at this point, Harang 2 is going to be forced to move back. Citadel of Adunmiol coming up for GuemChi. Should be able to get Zealot speed fairly soon and block with some Zealots. GuemChi taking a good position there. Should be able to expand soon too. Templar Archives coming up, so he might be thinking of Dark Templar. There, I think he has observers out there, so he probably has a scout. Yeah, observer now coming out. He's going to get a scout inside of Harang 2's base. Harang 2 in pretty bad position. Still trying to reinforce. Going to try to get wow, an even larger Dragoon force. 4 gates, so he's just gonna go on one base and just pump out as many Dragoons as possible and try to go in for a kill there. Meanwhile, a pylon being put down for GuemChi, just being a little bit safe. He's trying to get tech. Meanwhile, it doesn't have as many force on the ground, although that Reaver is a very big danger. Meanwhile, those Dragoons are just gonna fire at that pylon, gonna try to take it out. Gonna see a pylon does go up. We're gonna see what they're gonna manage. The Reaver should be able to get up one scarab. Now, Harang 2 moving in quickly. Does manage to take out quite a few Dragoons, although loses quite a few of his own. Indeed, that Reaver being critical there, damaging a lot of the Dragoons. Now, Harang 2 is trying to push in, being aggressive, but he's just getting his Dragoons caught in fire, and he's being forced to reinforce them, just not doing very good pushes inward. Unfortunately, the lack of a Reaver here is very critical to him. Meanwhile, a Nexus coming up. GuemChi feeling obviously quite safe here, even though he doesn't have as many forces on the ground. He does have that Reaver, and that Reaver being so helpful to him here on second Reaver. Meanwhile, coming in, he was thinking of putting a shuttle, that Reaver inside of that shuttle, but decided against it to keep that Reaver safe with that shuttle. That pylon is going to go down, the blocking pylon. Dark Templar, meanwhile, now on the round, and these are going to be it. The Dark Templar are going to go in right into the shuttle, and as soon as that Dark Templar drop is over, it's going to be curtains. Again, Harang 2 just trying to move in. He is playing pretty well. He is being aggressive. Just now has his... no, never mind. Just now putting down his robotics facilities. Being very aggressive. Trying to break the front. Trying to break the natural here, but that's not going to be. It's going to be far too late. Our Templar are now out. There's nothing going to be able to defend this. This is it. This is going to be the killing blow. There are no cannons, no forge, nothing. This Dutch are now going to move in. They're going to rape this probe line completely. A bunch of the probes running away, but that at GG. GGO coming from Rank 2. He knows at that point the match was lost. Rank 2 trying to be very aggressive. Unfortunately, his aggressiveness does not pay off. He did not manage to be aggressive enough, so unfortunately lost that game. And GuemChi, one match away from an all-kill. Will he manage? Will he fulfill his destiny? Will his fate be sealed? See in the next commentary by Ranshin, which I'm not going to commentate tonight because my throat is dead. GG, guys.